Hey friends, this guy's Christopher King. He's locked up tonight, accused of setting his ex-girlfriend's home on fire. Now here's a look at some surveillance video. There is a twist to this. Investigators say this video shows him dousing the place with a gas can before lighting the front door on fire. They say he did this while out on bond from an unrelated crime. Tonight, the victim tells our lead investigator, Scotty Hunter, the Baton Rouge Police Department did not do enough to keep her safe. Scotty.
Yeah, Greg, well, I want you to take a look at this map. This is where that fire happened. It is just a 2-minute drive from BRPD headquarters. That victim tells me she called police several times accusing him of harassment, but she says they did not do anything until after that fire. This guy is caught on camera dousing the front door of this home with gas before the video shows him torching the place. It's broad daylight, and as he slowly walks away from the home, he looks back not once but twice to make sure the damage is done.
Shows that he has no regard for the law. And my daughter, my whole family's life is in danger.
The WAFB team was there as Breanna Jones walked in for the first time to find this destroyed high chair, her 6-month-old daughter's charred clothes, and what's left of her front door.
How scary is it to see this?
It's really unbelievable.
Baton Rouge fire crews were able to get here before the entire place off Southmore Drive went up in smoke, but Jones says it's a miracle she and her daughter were not home when the man in the video, who she says is the father of her child, showed up. Tonight, that man, Christian King, is behind bars in East Baton Rouge Parish Prison, and Jones tells me that's exactly where he belongs after he spent several months allegedly torturing her. Not only does she say he set the house on fire, but these pictures show her tires slashed from a previous incident. The alleged harassment happened while he was out on bond from an arrest in New Orleans on an unrelated aggravated assault with a firearm charge. Jones says she's afraid of how far he will take things if he gets out again.
I just keep thinking if me and my daughter were here when he started this fire, we would not be here today. And it's scary to know how fast that this can happen.
Jones tells me she's gone to the police several times, and she even filed a protective order. King was locked up in New Orleans on unrelated charges and was required to wear an ankle monitor through a company called ASAP Release. Despite that monitor, the company says King was able to drop by the home several times.
It's very frightening. Every time I got a call, my heart was skipping a beat. I was scared for my life every single time.
ASAP Release is based out of New Orleans, and the owner tells me they did everything they could to keep up with King. They also reached out to the Baton Rouge Police Department to track him down after they realized he was at this home several times, including the day of the fire. Jones tells me in the last month he's dropped by the home at least 3 different times, and each time, she says, he's taken things a step further.
It started with the threats, and then damage to my car, harassing family members, and then ultimately starting a fire to my house.
Tonight, Jones is disappointed and wonders if she would have had to be killed before anything was actually done. She tells me even with proof that he had violated the protective order against him, King was not picked up until after the fire. A spokesperson with the Baton Rouge Police Department says they did respond and they are still investigating parts of the case, but this mother believes BRPD did not do enough to keep her safe.
They haven't. I've contacted them several times. I barely could get a detective to be assigned to my case. I let them know that he has an ankle monitor on, so it was easy to locate him, but nothing was done until this fire.
A house being set on fire on video, I think this is a serious public safety threat.
District Attorney Hiller Moore is working right now to keep King behind bars. He says based on his previous alleged harassment from 2 different victims in 2 different cities, he's worried what King will do if he has another chance to strike.
I think that the only appropriate bond condition could be that he be held pending a trial in this matter.
Back at this home, this mother says her peace has been shattered and she won't be able to rest until King is locked up for good.
Because if he's out, my life and my daughter's life is in danger.
Scotty's here with me now. Scotty, so much to unpack there, but the guy's in prison tonight. He could be getting out, though?
Yeah, Greg, he is in prison tonight. That is a possibility. He has a bond hearing tomorrow, so it will ultimately be up to a judge. But the DA is hoping with all that evidence that he'll be able to be held in prison.
All right, Scotty, thank you for staying on top of that. We appreciate it.